Well, Fabian, what a way to end the season, 4 goals away from home. What was your assessment of that this afternoon?
I think we showed a great reaction in the second half. We showed character, we showed personality. We stayed calm. We had a better positioning in the second half, and therefore I'm very happy for the boys. They did everything what we could do, what we could influence, and therefore we can't regret anything. So I'm very proud of them.
Did you notice a step up in the second half? What was that down to?
I think the intensity, we keep the intensity high, we pushed the limits, we had a better positioning in possession, we stayed much more cleaner, we focused on our passing better, and therefore I think these were the key factors to change the game.
Overall, when you reflect on this season, what will you assess and think you did well and think you can still improve on?
To improve the consistency, what we did well, we showed character, we showed togetherness, especially last part of the season. We always showed our style of play. We never lose our courage in possession. We never lost our intensity against the ball. Of course, we had to do some small adjustments, but we always were really keen on playing our identity and bring our identity on the pitch. And therefore, I'm really proud of the club, of the team. Of course, like in the end, the results were not on our side, but that's the thing we have to accept, and we have to improve regarding the consistency. And then let's see for the next season.
Do you look at the fact that you were in the mix for European football going into the final day of the season as a positive? Is that where you should be? Is that the benchmark?
Yeah, that's the benchmark. It shows that we have ambitions, we have high expectations on ourselves. So, like I said, regarding consistency in our performances, regarding consistency in the results, regarding consistency, how we build this connection, the availability, we have to improve. But the most important for me is the character side from the players, the personality they showed, and therefore I'm very happy how they went through the season.
Jack, congratulations on the 2 goals. A really good result for the team, particularly that second goal. Talk us through that moment of quality.
Yeah, the ball sort of just fell awkwardly, and I just tried to get as much on it as I could. I didn't know if I got enough on it, and then when I turned around, the ball was rolling in the net. So yeah, it was a really nice feeling.
I've just been next door with the manager who's singing your praises, talking about your journey. But the spirit in this squad as a whole is quite remarkable. The teammates swarming Gomez, for example, after his goal. Does that sum it up, really? Yeah,
I think that sums us up as a club. I think, I couldn't ask for a better change room. I love every one of them lads in there, and hopefully they do the same way. But I think you can see on the pitch we're a brotherhood, and we go out and we fight for each other, and yeah, we got to take all that into next season and go fight again. What is it about Brighton and comeback wins, and particularly second half performances? I'm not sure. I think that's something we need to look for next season. Starting the games better. I think again today we was a bit not lifeless. It's a bit harsh, but I think just second half we showed so much more energy and intensity, and we knew they had a game 3-4 days before, and we knew they'd tire, and they did, and I think we ran all over them second half. You did everything within your control to keep hopes alive of European football next season. How tough is it to take then when that doesn't work out that way? Yeah, it's tough to take, but I think we've done all we can. I think over the last 5-6 weeks we can have no regrets. We've all worked so tirelessly, and I think we've obviously had ups and downs within the season, and that's something we'll definitely look to rectify next season. But we can't have any regrets, because these last 5-6 weeks we've been together and shown such a great intensity, and yeah, like I say, it's tough to take, but we need to take that as fuel for next season.